Hello, 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 all, and welcome to or welcome on back to Rise and Inspire LA with your girl Naraya Ahava. And I hope you all are doing fabulously today. So, in this week's video, we are going to talk a little bit about when someone exits your life. You know, whether it is a lover, a friend, a close associate. You know, farewells can be tough, and they're not always easy to navigate, even if they may be necessary to say goodbye or to, close a chapter with a certain relationship or a certain person, but they can still be kind of, tough to get through at times. So, in this video, we'll explore some tips to kind of help navigate departures with grace and resilience. So, let's dig into it, right? So, number one, it's important to acknowledge your emotions. Grief, sadness, anger, all of these things can come up depending on the nature of why the relationship or the friendship or the connection is ending. These are all natural reactions. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. And we've talked about this in other videos where, sometimes we try to suppress everything. We try to pretend like we're okay. We try to pretend like we're not bothered. We could try to pretend like, something isn't getting under our skin. And when we do that, we don't process or deal with the emotions. And when that happens, they're going to resurface in another way. We could just be minding our own business, living our best life, and then we have a whole emotional meltdown and we don't know why. It's because, okay, something that happened to you 2 months ago, you never dealt with that, sis. And now this is the residual that is rising to the surface now. So allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, because even though a departure or saying goodbye to someone may be necessary and it may be for the best, it's still a grief. It's still a loss, So just give yourself that self-compassion to kind of deal with that. And that kind of leads us right into the second point of practicing self-compassion. Sometimes we are very hard on ourselves. We don't give ourselves just kind of grace and be as gentle as we would if it was a close friend or a family member. We were kind of consoling them or kind of giving them some comfort after they've ended a connection with someone. So understand that it's okay to mourn the loss of a friend or a partner or anything like that, or just a connection in general. So just treat yourself with the same kindness that you would treat a close friend or a family member that you were comforting if they were in this type of situation. And before we go on to the next tip, do me a favor. If you are liking this type of content I try to keep you guys inspired and motivated, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification so that you never miss an upload. Okay? Now moving on to the next tip, seeking support from friends and close loved ones, because sometimes we try to, because I know that I'm guilty of this at times. I've gotten much better with it, but I would usually go inward. If I was hurt or I was dealing with something that was kind of major, I would just go inward. I wouldn't always want to talk about it. I would just kind of process it on my own. And sometimes that can be good. You might need a moment to yourself. But if you have people in your life that you are close to, that you trust, and you know that these people have your best interests at heart because they have shown you that over time, just kind of opening up and sharing some of those feelings, it can help provide you with some comfort and also some perspective. They can offer a perspective that maybe you can't see because you're in it, you're in the connection. So just know that you don't have to go through this alone. You got to have at least one person that's in your corner that you say, you know what, I need to vent. I need to get this off my chest. I need to talk to someone. And if not, there's always, counseling or therapy and things like that can kind of help you go through this, because sometimes a farewell or a loss of a connection, it can be traumatic, depending on what it is. So if it's not a friend or a family member, try some type of counseling or therapy services as well, so that you don't feel like all of this is on your shoulders and you have to get through it by yourself, because you don't. Okay. And also use this period as a time of personal growth. It's funny because a lot of times you'll see like memes and things that say like when a woman goes through a breakup and she changes her hair, it's over. That's one way that some people deal with things. They'll do like some type of radical like physical change or something like that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But just kind of depending on what it was, every exit is an entrance to new possibilities. So why not just strive to be your best self, even when you're not going through a loss or a breakup or anything like that? You know, it's my personal belief that we should always strive to be our best selves for ourselves, because we can't give to the world, we can't give to our friends, we can't give to our children, we can't give to those that are close to us if we don't have it to give. You know, I strive to be my best self. I strive to be better today than I was yesterday or 6 months ago or a year ago. And I think that's something important that everyone should practice, even when you're not going through a loss or a breakup. You know, it's like rediscovering your passions and set new goals and just focus on, you know, what do I want to do? What makes me happy? What brings me fulfillment? What brings me contentment? You know, a lot of times when we experience a loss, those things kind of resurface in us, you know, and we kind of find our joy again. So use that as an opportunity of personal growth and figure out what's going to make me happy and make me fulfilled, and go hard and go after those things. Okay. That can also help you to kind of get through this process of ending a specific connection in your life, and seek closure if needed. But keep this in mind that a lot of times closure comes from within. You know, there's a saying, especially if we're talking about the end of a romantic connection, you can't heal in the same place you got hurt. So you can't look to the person that hurt you to have them fix you. Like, those things just don't go hand in hand. And if you really think about it, especially if it was a romantic connection, if this person was capable of communicating with you in a way where they can provide you with this type of closure, the relationship may not be coming to an end if they were able to really give you that. So it's kind of, closure is usually something you have to give to yourself. Just observe the situation and say, you know, sometimes we don't always get the answers that we seek, and that's okay. Ultimately, finding peace is about resolving things within yourself. You know, after you have thought about it, you've prayed about it, and you know that it's the best decision for you for this connection to end, and you all go your separate ways, and that's going to bring you more of a state of peace. Yes, it may hurt. You may go through a period where you are sad, and you still will go through the grief process, you know, in many cases. But closure is something that we have to give ourselves. And it's something that we have to reach that state of saying, my peace of mind, my peace of spirit, and my being, just being at peace, is worth me giving myself the closure on this and saying, okay, it's time for this to end and we have to move forward. And that's what it is. And also embrace change. Change is the one thing in life that is constant. We are always going to encounter change on this crazy journey of life. People come and people go for various reasons, and sometimes it's for the best. You know, the sad reality of it is that most people that we will meet throughout our lifetime are seasonal. You'll have if you're lucky, you'll get a handful of people that are there for the long haul. They are meant to be in your life for a reason. Through all stages of your life, through all seasons of your life, these people are there. But most people are seasonal. They're going to come into your life for a season. They're going to come for a period of time. They're going to serve a purpose, and they're going to go. And the problems come when we fight that, when we try to hold on to the seasonal people. That's when we run into trouble. That's when we have all types of, the world is ending, we are frustrated, we are hurt, we are disappointed because we put this person in a category that they never belonged in the first place. You seasonal. So bye. You know, you don't have to be that hard about it. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's just like, once you kind of have that mindset, it's like you understand more so, and it becomes a little easier when it comes time for a season with a particular person to end, and you can just kind of handle it gracefully, you know. And understand that a departure just kind of makes space for something new and positive experiences. And, you know, we kind of have to go through life with kind of a positive expectancy instead of being stressed or worried about what could happen tomorrow. Say, I don't know what can happen tomorrow. Like, I could get wonderful news tomorrow. Like, tomorrow can be a wonderful day. Like, this could be a wonderful week. We have to just kind of go about it in like that positive attitude and look for that instead of worrying and wondering about the negative. Say, life is full of new experiences, and just enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, you know, and stay open to new connections. Life is full of opportunities to meet remarkable people. I have met some wonderful people that are now very close friends just within the past year or two in my life. And when you remain open and approachable, You increase the chances of welcoming new and enriching relationships. You open yourself up to maybe meet some of those long term, we here for the long haul people, but we got to kind of recognize when we got to let the seasonal things go, we kind of got to let situational people go, and just kind of gravitate more towards the people that are there to enrich our lives and to help us and bring out our joy and bring out our happiness and add to our happy instead of taking from it. So when someone exits your life, though it can be challenging and it can be a little bit transformative, let them go. If it's something that they're choosing to do, if they don't want to be here anymore, or, the relationship has just gotten to a point where it is unhealthy for you and it's not what's best for you, let it go. And then once you practice some of these tools, when you get support from the people that you know that are there for you, when you give yourself that closure, when you just embrace the change and you look forward to the future with positivity, you can navigate this journey with resilience and grace. So I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Do me a favor and do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. And if you have a friend or a family member or someone that's close to you that's currently going through a situation where they're having to, transition to a new season or kind of let go of a connection, send them this video. And I hope it helps. But in the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, let life flow, and embrace new seasons as they come.